Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right, one moment. I'm going to go live over on Instagram. Hi, everybody. Hello, Grammars, I guess. Going live. And we're good to go. All right. Hey, everybody. How are you? All right. We don't do these Sunday lives very often, bringing you all kinds of exciting pieces because we are having our first ever holiday decor flash sale. And it started yesterday. I can tell you, I was looking at things this morning and I was like, wow, we sold out of some things. Hi, Mary. So what we wanted to do tonight while the flash sale is going on, and the flash sale is on all Just Jill holiday decor. Remember, shipping and handling is included, and this will get to you before, around Thanksgiving. So, if you do your decorating that Friday after Thanksgiving, you should be good to go because we'll be shipping out a lot of this, over the course of the next week. So chances are you'll have it. But what I thought we would do, hi, everybody jumping in. Hey, Don, how are you? Hi, Lynn. Hi, Diane. Couple things. If you are somebody who has looked at Just Jill Shop, has been looking at some of our decor, and there is something you would like for me to try to show you in person while we're live tonight, please put your request in the comments and I will do my best. I need you all to give me a little grace tonight, okay? Kylie is in the chat, but Kylie's sick. So she's not here with me live. And so she is cooped up, nursing a fever, but God bless her. She's still in the chat with all of you tonight. So send her some well wishes to get better. But she's usually my inventory guru for our live streams. And she's not here. I'm also in a different location. You may have noticed I'm actually down in our basement studio which is really like, it looks like Christmas threw up all over our basement. And this is where we get some of our pretty, holiday shots and things. So I just thought for me, since I was setting everything up, it would be a little bit easier. But almost all of our product is around me here. Almost all of it. So I've pulled a lot that I want to go through with all of you just to, give you another look. Remember, if you didn't know, we're doing a flash sale right now where all of our Just Jill holiday decor is 10% off. So there's some great deals. You don't have to buy more than one to get the 10% off. It's all 10% off. And like I said, your shipping and handling is included no matter how many pieces you buy. Great. And all of these will be shipping out over the course of the next week. So you should have them by the following week so that you're ready to roll once you're done with your Thanksgiving turkey and you're ready to get your Christmas decorations up, okay? So what I'd like to do, just checking in to say hi. Kylie, people are sending you get well better, get well better. So thank you very much for putting that in the universe for her. Especially she and I have a big day coming up on Thursday. We're going to play hooky. And we are going to go see the preview of the second part of the Wicked movie, but we're going to watch it in a double feature. So we're going to see the first part of the Wicked movie also. So we are playing hooky on Thursday during the day. We might do a live stream that night, still to be determined. And so I can tell you all about it, but I promise I won't do any spoilers. But I need her to get well because we've been planning on this for a long time. So send her lots of good wishes so that we can do our Wicked Dream double feature. I hope you all have had a good weekend. I've been really busy. I've been, on air at QVC. 5 out of the last 6 days. So today was my day off from there, which was nice. I spent it just kind of, straightening up around the house a little bit. And I baked up a batch of my baked ziti. If you are looking for a good baked ziti recipe, it's excellent. I hadn't made it in a while. And my good friend, Philip Watson, who many of you might remember from his gardening shows on QVC, he had some major surgery on his arm. He's posted about it if you follow him. He basically, they had to reattach his tricep muscle. And then he had some bone spurs they had to clean up. So he, bless his heart, he is in like a shoulder to hand full straight cast for a while. So I told him, I said, let me bring you dinner tomorrow. I'll make something that's very fork friendly, that's easy to eat. So I baked up a batch of baked ziti for Philip. I'm going to take that to him tomorrow. When we get done here tonight, I'm going to go play with that pumpkin cheese baked cake recipe I've been talking about. So I told him he's going to be my guinea pig and he can tell me whether it's any good and worth writing up the recipe for. So that will be tons of fun. So that's kind of what I did over the weekend. I'm back on QVC tomorrow at 6 p.m. with Amy Strand. And then I'm with Jane Tracy at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So yeah, a lot going on, very busy, but all very good. All right, who's ready to start looking at holiday decor? So again, if you've seen things at justjillshop.com that you wish you could see in more detail or that I could talk about or whatever the case may be, put what those items are in the chat. Kylie can put them up for me and I will do my best to find it here amongst the chaos. I told Kylie I have about 40 items around me right now, and I'm just going to start holding things up, showing them to you so you can really see them. Remember that 10% off is off all Just Jill products or Just Jill holiday decor. And even if there are things on sale, you get 10% off the sale price too. So that's some pretty good bargains, I would say. All right, so let me start with a couple things that are actually new that we haven't ever had in any of our shows. So I just wanted to show these to you. So I love this set. It's a set of 3 kind of soft white ceramic trees, but they have the prettiest cutouts on them. Do you see that? So the larger one has a snowflake. The medium one has snowflakes, and you can take that sticker off. It's just reminding you that they light up, which I will show you. And the baby one has the snowflakes. And then they left a little border around the bottom unglazed. So you sort of have, again, it's that farmhouse kind of boho, could be coastal kind of a look. But I think these are just adorable. They'll come with the batteries in them. You'll just pull the tab. But can you see how pretty those are when they don't light up? How pretty that is. So you have that there. And for some reason, my husband's calling and he knows I'm doing a Facebook Live. So let me just send him a quick text and say, I'm doing a Facebook Live. Doing a live. Okay. That was actually our sweet dog, Kelsey, is limping a little bit. So we might need to take her to the vet tomorrow. So that's what he was writing me about. Okay, so here's the second one. You get all 3 of these. And I'm pretty sure, Kylie, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure these are $39 regular price. So I think that Lynn saying hi to Doug. Hi, Doug. I guess I could have put him on speaker for all of you. I'm pretty sure the set of 3 is $39. And so with the 10% off, I think that makes them like $35.10. Pretty good. That includes your shipping, right? And you get all 3 of them. So look how cute. Oh, the one thing I didn't grab was a tray. Well, imagine a tray. And the one I need, I think, is all the way upstairs, unless there's one over there. Let me look. Oh, I see one. You guys mind if I grab one really quick? All right, let me grab one real quick. This is how it's going to go tonight. All right, and the table is so smushed up against me. I am really wishing I had about 10 pairs of Spanx on right now to suck me in. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm still with y'all. I'm going to go get this tray because I want you to see these trees all together. I'm coming back. Don't you go anywhere, everybody. Okay. Okay, here I am. All right, so tray, trees. These even have like the soft little cushy things on the bottom. But look how cute. 1, 2, 3. And again, you can peel off those orange light up stickers, but look how cute those are. So kind of clean, simple, easy, really, really cute. Okay. So was I right on the price, Kylie? $39 was the regular price. She and I don't have any way to communicate, unfortunately. Let's see. $35.10 with the 10% off. Yeah, so $35.10 for all three of them. I think that's a really nice offer, right? Really cute, really easy to use. And then, so what do you put with it? Well, we certainly have cute little snowmen. If you want to put the snowmen with them, you can just do some simple little pine sprigs if you wanted to. All these, again, are all going to be 10% off. You could add in, use these as the background maybe, and do one of our pretty hurricanes. That's also 10% off. Oh, you're right. Lynn was saying that these would be cute with gnomes. We do have that one little set of gnomes, although they may have sold out, that would be really cute with these too. But I think I like them because they're simple. I like them because they're sleek. I love the snowflake pattern. So that if you wanted to leave these out a little bit beyond Christmas and sort of after the first of the year, I think you could. And I think it would be fine. And they don't take up a lot of room. So again, when you're thinking about space and where am I going to put these things, a narrow ledge, a little bookcase nestled into, your china cabinet, even with, at different stations, just so you have a little glow in there, I think it'd be really pretty. So those are new. I hadn't ever presented those before, but I just wanted you to see them because I think they're a nice little set. Okay. And again, they're normally $39, which I think is a great price, especially with your shipping included. But with our 10% off flash sale, they now become $35.10. That's pretty awesome. All right. And then since I just showed you those snowmen, put this down here. Let's talk about these snowmen. These are a Kylie pick, actually a Kylie and Bernadette pick. And so think about it. Kylie is in charge of doing the photography for every single item that you see on the Just Jill shop. And so she sees everything and she's around it all the time. She buries herself in our basement for hours and hours, day after day, surrounded by all of these products. So I know it must be a real favorite when she keeps talking about it, when she sees it all the time, and she still loves it as much as she does. So here is this cute little set. So this little snowman, they both have this like soft kind of creamy yellow scarf. And then one has a bottle brush tree and one has the bottle brush wreath. They have a little gray hat with a little snow dripping down. Super cute face, like the cutest face. And I love that you have this raised snowflake motif on their body. And then, by the way, in the one hand, a snowflake. And then over here, this one has the little snowflake too, but is holding the wreath. So really cute. Like, I think these will make you smile. Super sweet. Again, the price on these, I think, if I'm not mistaken, $59, but then with the 10% off, you'll get $5.90 off. So, you're down to like 50, what would that be? 53 and change. So really, really nice. Let's see. Oh, they're 49. And so with the discount, they'll be $44.10. That's awesome. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. All right. So $44.10. That's like $22 a piece. That's pretty good. These are weighty. I think when you get these at home, you'll be like, that was a bargain, because they have a nice weight to them and they're not flat. Like, they have a nice shape to them. Like, is it okay to say that the snow person has a cute little bum? Because look, it has even a little snowflake on the back, for privacy. So really, really cute, really sweet, really fun, has a little bit of that vintage nod to it. And then, if you want some trees to go with it, obviously the ones I just showed you, those new ceramic trees, great. Here are our vintage trees, which are kind of like an extension of our shimmer tree collection. This just has a little bit more of a whitewashed wood look to it, but I kind of like the dimension that gives to the white snowman. It makes the snowman pop, but you still have some height and texture and a tree feel behind. So that's a set of three. Check those out. They're a great set, and I think you'll find those to be so versatile, especially if you like to decorate with woodland, whitewashed items. These are also really cute with our pine cone trees. So if you wanted to do the pine cone trees with this guy, that would be great too. So again, the set's normally $49. We have a flash sale, 10% off all of our holiday decor. Your shipping and handling's included. That sale goes away at the end of the day Monday. But if things sell out before then, we're not bringing any of these items back. So if you want those snow people, go for it. All right. How are we doing? Everybody doing good? Sweet faces, adorable snowman. I know they're so cute, super, super cute. Okay, what else can I show you? Since I held these up too, let's talk about some of our cardinal items. So this isn't necessarily cardinals, but was sort of the next iteration of what we wanted to do with holiday birds, because we know so many of you do love cardinals. I think you know, not only for the sentiment behind a cardinal, but also just that beautiful pop of red amongst snow and greenery. Well, we saw these when we were in Atlanta earlier this year, and I just thought they were gorgeous. The artwork is always what has to speak to me. I don't care what the bird is, the artwork has to be pretty. And these I just thought were gorgeous. So these are actually chickadees. And first of all, look how cool this sort of frozen glass is for the hurricane itself. It'll come with a strand of the microlights. And then you have a choice here. So this one is the 3 chickadees. My little chickadee with a little red berries and hints of the greenery, some snowflakes on there. Really pretty. The microlights, by the way, have a timer. And then the other choice, if you prefer, is the single chickadee with some beautiful, like, looks like winter narcissus, doesn't it? And then the red berries. And there's just a little hint of, you know, a little bit of glitter accent that they go and hand paint. This also has the snowflakes on it as well. So, you know, a really, again, really nice look, really beautiful, and something you can keep out all winter. Love this again as a gift, especially for somebody who maybe isn't able to have candles and things, you know, in their wherever they happen to live. This gives you some light, this gives you some texture, and gives you something that you can put out now, frankly, and keep it out until the beginning of March, and it'll look right at home. So very, very pretty. So your choice there of the chickadee pieces, these are usually $44. They're on sale for $39.60 with the 10% off, so under $40. So again, choose from the triple bird or the single with the flowers. Okay, and again, they come with the strand of the microlights. Okay, that's those. How are we doing, everybody? Everybody good? Remember, if you see anything that you want, or you've seen something on the shop that you want me to show you, I will do my best to do that. By the way, in addition to all the holiday just Jill decor that things are part of the sale, our flameless candle assortment is also part of the sale. Now listen, this is huge because usually we do buy more than one, save 10% off. Right now, all flameless candles 10% off as part of this flash sale. Run, don't walk. Stock up on those basics. Get some of the holiday ones you've been eyeing because they're all 10% off. And I have to tell you, we're not reordering any more of those. So we have what we have. When we're done, we're done. Bye-bye. Happy 2026. So I did bring in one reorder of the reds and the snowflakes, but if you were wanting those, go see what we have left and take advantage of that 10%. Part of those that we have are these, which are our figurals. These are still made of 100% wax. So they have the texture. This is the beautiful ivory tree. It's so gorgeous. 10 inches tall, is on a timer. I like it because it's a little slender. So if it were me shopping, I'd buy 2 of them because I think having them on each end of a table with some beautiful florals or, you know, some of your figures or things in between. I would do this on each side of your mantle. I would put these in a lantern. Again, more of a glass-faced lantern so that you could see the tree on the inside. Check out over, I see them over there. If I'm brave, I'll try to sneak out. But we have a set of 2 really big black open-sided lanterns, and I would put this in the smaller size, and I think it would be gorgeous. Maybe put a bow on top with some metallic to it, and you could really make it look elegant. So this is one of the flameless candles that we have. We have taper candles. They're all over there. I'll come back to those in a little bit, okay? I want to clean up some of the things that are on this table and make sure I give myself room to get out. So I'll show you some of the other flameless candles, but I just want you to know, like, not just the figurals, but even our classics, you know, are all also 10% off right now. So whether it's this, you know, the 4, 5, or 6 inch sizes that we have and the 3 inch, We have our big, 6-inch by 6-inch. Here's something I know you're all going to go crazy for. Okay, so here are this is how we kind of got started with flameless candles. So they're 2 inches in diameter, 4, 5, and 6 inches. But this next item I'm going to show you is brand new. And Kylie, I'm going on record right now. I don't know if Bern's watching because she was traveling and she might be flying home. But this sample right here is mine. Okay, like I'm keeping this one. I will buy it from the company as I always do. So I've been wanting to do a beautiful cloche for all of you. We were not able to bring in many of these. Originally, we thought our order was in time to get more quantity. And when they came back to us and they were like, sorry, we can fulfill the order, but only for this much, which was like a third of what we wanted. So if you are somebody who wants a cloche, here's why I'm like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on this. You can use it year round. This is year-round decor investment. And you can make it look holiday, you can make it look spring, you can make it look coastal, you can jazz it up for fall, you can do so many things with it. So you get the beautiful bell glass top, and then the bottom portion is a whitewashed wood with the beautiful bead detail. You could just use this as a mini tray, but here's what I just wanted you to see. If you did one each of our little candles here, you could do a little candle garden inside the cloche. So that's, again, the beauty of a cloche is it kind of spotlights things and makes them seem special. You could do just a single, I was playing with this earlier. I think this is the right side. If you've got our cute new trees, the middle size inside the cloche, it just makes certain things seem special. You can do it with whimsical things too. So I'm not sure if this fits. I think it will. Let's see. Oh my gosh, so cute. You could put the cute little, that's our wonderful, look how cute he is. Vintage snowman with the hat, with the birds, and then do it with the cloche. And again, the cloche is on sale. So normally this would be $49. It'll be $44.10. And again, same with our cute little snowman head. He's on sale, flash sale, all of our decor, holiday, just Jill decor, 10% off. So he will be marked down too. Look how cute he is. Look at the eyelashes. Oh my gosh, so adorable. I know, Lynn, right? Look at the smile. I love his puffy earmuffs. I love the little birds who are like, hey, just let's hang out here for a while. Just adorbs. So, so cute. All right. So if you're interested in that piece, that also, again, 10% off as part of our flash sale. And remember, everything has a shipping and handling included. But that cloche is a winner. Can you see why I would want it? Mm-hmm. And so guess what it will match beautifully with? Can I create a little tablescape for you? Couple things. Okay, so if you like this whitewashed wood look, I think those trees that we started off with are great with this look, okay? I think if you are wanting to do some snowy looks, I think our pine cone collection, and maybe Kylie can put the information up for these. This is a set of 3. They're awesome. I'm telling you, the more I see these, the more I am just crazy for them, because I know you love the look of like frosted pine cones in picks, or to, nestle them in. If you have a tree or whatever, you can put them in there. You can untie this bunch. I like it as a bunch, but you do it however you want to do it. But these are just, I've never seen anything like them. And they look like wood. They've placed the faux snow at just the right places on each of the pine cone pieces. And the details of these are just incredible. And you get 3 of them. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Let me grab my big tray so you can see. All right. I got a little bit of flocking. So here's one of the things too. When you get these at home, take them out of the packaging and just give it a little rub. get the loose stuff off. But even that, look how I wiped it off, and there's so much on there. So you just want to get the loose off. We use them, shoot them, put them back in boxes. We don't always do that. We don't always, we don't, what's the saying? Do as I say, don't do as I do, or do as I, whatever, Anyway, I was trying to make a point there. I don't know if it really worked. There's how cute. Aren't those adorable? So these are our frosted pine cone trees. They're normally $69, but with the 10% off, now they're $62.10. And remember, your shipping and handling is included. And you're going to use those for the rest of your winter decorating life. I'm telling you. I love the star on top. I think you'll be able to use them with so many different scenes. You can do them with whimsical. You could do them with a nativity. You could do them woodland. You could do them with colors. Like, they're very neutral. Woods are really coming back. So I will tell you that Christmas 2026, you're going to see a lot more of the woods being used in collections. So get a jump on those now, and you can get them on sale. These will not disappoint you. I promise. They're really hefty, and I think you'll really have fun playing with them. And they're nice too, because if you want to mix in, like, here's some of these are our ceramic trees. If you want to add some color with those, you can do that. This ceramic set, you get kind of like a soft green and then more of a pine green. So you get one of each. But look how pretty that all is together. And maybe, you put some fake snow down. Maybe you run some little micro lights through there to brighten it up a little bit. But you have the traditional shaped trees. You have the pine cone trees. And that can make a really pretty centerpiece, don't you think? And then maybe, here's how I would go. Maybe you just throw in a couple of our little flameless candles. I'm running out of room on my tray here. But maybe you just put in, one or two flameless candles, and what a pretty centerpiece. I love decorating with trees, don't you? I mean, as much as I love the whimsy of a good Santa or snowman or reindeer, or the elegance of certain pieces with the metallics. And I listen, it's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I love all the things. But there is something about a little forest of trees. And when you can create one with different heights and textures and then illuminate it a little bit, I think that's beautiful. So think about that. Really nice set with the pine cone trees. Those are 10% off, obviously, with our flash sale. And then the set of 2 ceramics. Let me show you those in detail real quick while I put these things down. Oh, I have so many more things to show you all. How are we doing? I see your comment. Mary, I see your comment about the soldier. I'll talk about him in a second. Here is these ceramic trees. Simple, but that's kind of why I like them. I felt like these were sort of just could be workhorses. So this one here is a more traditional pine green. And then this one here is more of a soft, frosted, almost like a mint green. So if you're doing anything with pastels, maybe some of our cute little gingerbread houses, look how great that works. Okay, so for the lighter tone things, we give you one of the trees. And then for your more traditional things, we give you the darker tree. And if you want to mix them together with the other trees, like I showed you with the pine cones, or even if you did these two and then put the big ivory one in the mix, you could put those together, right? Lots of options and opportunities. But I just thought they were really nicely done. Clean, simple. I mean, listen, it doesn't light up. It's not going to do a dance. It's not going to serenade you. So it's basic from that standpoint. But sometimes I think you need those pieces. You need some of those workhorse pieces that when you're looking at everything that you've put out and you realize, oh my gosh, they're all the same height. They're all kind of the same scale. So it just looks like a row of things instead of a scene. That's where little trees like this that you can put in the background or nestle a little vignette together, that's where they come in handy. So you get one of the green and you get one of the mint green, set of 2, and these are a really good price too. So Kylie will put those up for you, okay? Do as I say and not as I do. Thank you, Janice. I knew it was something like that. My brain just wasn't clicking. Okay, so there's those trees. All right, let me talk about this soldier, because this is where you're going to really appreciate the flash sale price. So remember, if you're just tuning in, hi, so glad you're here. 10% off all Just Jill Holiday Decor. We've never done that before, but listen, I know that we've got about 2 weeks left, right? Before, like, think about it. 2 weeks from this weekend is probably when you're going to be unleashing, all of your holiday decorations, right? So, and some of you I know are doing it before. Some of you have been shopping with us since Christmas in July, so you already have some beautiful things to work with. But I said to Bern, I said, let's just do a flash sale and let's give everybody one last chance to really get a great price on our holiday decor, because frankly, like, once the coming week is up, we're not really going to be talking about decor much more. We're going to be moving more into your holiday entertaining, to gift ideas and those kinds of things. So kind of our one last opportunity for you to do some fun shopping. And for some of these items, we didn't have many. So in one way, it's like, well, why put them on sale? There's not many left. But I just said, let's just do the whole collection, and let everybody have fun shopping. All right, so let's talk about this guy. All right, not many of him to go around. He is our snowman peppermint nutcracker. Beautifully done, really nice and weighty. Oh, and one thing you may not know about him. Okay, well, that's anticlimactic. Oh, there it is. He lights up. So he has lights on his hat. He has lights on each side of his jacket. There's a little switch on the underside. If I can find it, there it is. And then he lights up. Okay. He's Kylie can put in the measurements. I'm going to have to rely on Kylie to do that for me. I think he's 2 feet tall. I'm pretty sure, at least. I'm trying to remember. And Kylie, maybe you can do the price on him too. That would be awesome. So we'll get you the information there. I love the detail on him. He's got this kind of looks like a feather, but it's not. It's actually sculpted as part of this, and it has red glitter like a plume. Then we have the red and white scepter, which is a big peppermint candy. Then he has the beautiful light detail coming down his jacket. And then he has the kind of I guess, chain look that would be fastening those buttons together, the little black belt. And then as we go down, he has little cuffs here and epaulets at the shoulder, and that's done with a red glitter. And then he is standing on a really nice base. So if you love the red and white theme, if you love snowmen, if you love the candy world with your holiday decorating, we had our whole collection last year that was Peppermint Park. We've done more red and whites this year. I will also show you, we have these red blow mold trees that people have been loving. I think they're all 5 stars. So we have those in red and white. Those can tie in really nicely if you want to do a little bit of, okay, where are they? Oh, we have these cute picks. These would be adorable, actually. I like these better than where my brain originally went. These are, look at how cute little peppermint candy picks. So you could do that in a little vase next to it, which would be so cute. And even our picks, everybody, the picks are also 10% off. And those are usually pretty affordable to begin with. So to get another extra, $3-4 off those, pretty good. So these are super cute. Get 2 of them. They're frosted pine. They have the candy wrappers. They have the red and the green. Really, really cute. So definitely get those to go with this, because I think you'll love tying it all together. And then by adding a little bit of green here, then even if you don't have a lot of red and white, you're starting to tie the green in, which maybe you have more of. You now have the frosted pine look. So if you have a flocked tree or some other greenery, or if you want to tie this into our Norfolk pine garland, you can do that too. So lots of options with him. Okay, he is great. He's hefty too. I mean, he's not a lightweight. It feels very heavy and sturdy and substantial. So I think when you get it at home, you'll feel like, wow, like that was better than I expected. At least that's what I hope. Okay, so there's that guy. We'll leave his lights on. All right. Let me see what else I've got here. So many different things. All right, let me show you these, because these are kind of special. So it's one of our specialized items. I need to take my vitamins. Janice said, I'm not usually a snowman type of person, but you're slowly turning me into one. We have some good ones, Janice. And I'll tell you, Bernadette on our team is definitely a snowman person. And so that's a big reason why we have so many good ones. All right. So these were really beautiful ornaments that we brought in this year. And I just think they're so elegant. And they're the kind of thing that if you wanted to give them as gifts, I think they would be beautiful keepsakes. If you're looking for some new things to put into your tree that glow, if you're wanting to put them down the center of a table, I love that they're flat on the bottom. So these are these beautiful, this is also that same kind of frozen glass look that I showed you with the chickadee, winter bird, hurricanes. But these are done with this beautiful, I'm going to hold this up here. Look how pretty that is, and look how thick it is. So they actually hand painted these really pretty pine cone scenes. And then they added the little jewels. And then on the inside, it looks like a flameless candle flickering. Isn't that gorgeous? I think that is such a pretty look. Instead of doing just a white light, or instead of doing like the fairy light look, I love that little candle flicker glow. I think it's so pretty. So they do come with this little sheer organza ribbon. So yes, if you want to hang this up in a tree, you absolutely can do that, no problem. But if you want to take off the ribbon and sit it down a table, like I think it would be really pretty, or even on your mantle, if you pick up one or two of our Norfolk pine garlands, those are pre-lit, and then you had like 1, 2, 3, 4 of these going down your table for Christmas dinner or across your mantle. These are glowing in there. I think it could be so pretty. So I just think they're lovely. Each one is slightly different. So the one will have more of like a single kind of pine cone going all the way around. And then the second one that comes with it is more of like little clusters. So there's the cluster, and there you can see them. And it's, you know, a soft white with little touches of gold and silver. So also, if you've done a tree in metallics, so glamorous and beautiful, elegant. If you've done a lot of champagnes and those beautiful soft, even rose gold tones, these would be so pretty to fit into those trees too. Again, the tree that I have here is more traditional green tree with your, you know, reds and greens and golds, but you know, just having that, I'll turn that on, just having that glow in there, I think is so pretty. So nice little item. And again, those are 10% off. So even our ornaments are 10% off. When I say even our ornaments, we have a lot of ornaments. We have night lights, you know, 10% off, which are awesome. We introduced these this year. These are clips, which is beautiful. And these are beautiful. This is the first time that we worked with this artist, but these are all hand painted. And they're a little more expensive, but now that you get the 10% off, maybe that's the excuse you were waiting for, and you'll get 2 of these. There's one here, and then there's actually one clipped here onto the branch. You grab it. They're the same bird. Nice size, right? Like these aren't little tiny birds. Really fill in branches beautifully, I think, and can add that pretty pop of red, right? And so you get 2 of them. So again, if you're a cardinal lover, if you know somebody who is, what a beautiful, meaningful gift that could be for somebody, to give them that cardinal. And if you want to, I mean, you know, obviously it's designed to clip onto a branch of a Christmas tree. But if there are other places where you could clip this out and you could look at this year round and that reminds you of somebody, they say that, you know, when a cardinal appears, an angel is near. If that's meaningful to you, if that resonates with you, then these are beautiful ornaments, really, really gorgeous. So the pine cone ornaments that we just showed you, by the way, those are $53.10 with the flash sale. Usually they're $59, but they're $53.10. That's the price with your discount. So, you know, about $26.50 an ornament, shipping and handling included, and beautifully packaged. So definitely check those out. All right, I'm going to move on from the cardinals, and let's see, what can I look at? All right, let me show you the one First of all, I'm going to take a drink of water. How's everybody doing? Okay? We doing good? All right. Cardinal's gorgeous. I know, Cindy. And remember, you get two of them. You get two of them. All right, let's talk about this nativity set because we only have one left for the season. Every time we've brought you these nesting nativities, you've loved them. And so I just wanted to show you the one that we have here. And I think the way to do that is I'm going to do it on my little tray here. Okay, so the beauty of these nesting nativities is that they're very durable. Is that you have, let me hold this the right way. There we go. Is that you have Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus, and a beautiful angel. So you can style this however you would like. I like it, if you have room, I like it on a tray. Boy, I am not balancing that very well. I like it on a tray where you can separate the pieces a little bit. Maybe you have a really pretty flat charger plate. You could do it on something like that. You don't have to go buy something new. But the other cool thing about these nesting nativities is they do just that. They nest inside each other. So you can still have the symbol of the season in a more vertical, smaller footprint, which might be easier for you. I can remember growing up, I loved when we put the nativity out because I was the one who got to like place all of the animals and the shepherd and the three kings and everything. But I mean, it's a process, right? Because you have to have the big box for the crush, and then every single piece of it has to be wrapped up. And you just hope year after year it holds up and all the things. The nice thing here is like this is pretty compact. I mean, you could do it just like that if you wanted to. You can separate them if you want to. You can have the symbol of the true meaning of Christmas, where if that's important to you and you'd like to have something like this, or you'd like to gift it to somebody, it's a more manageable way to share that story. But let me show you. I'm going to turn these like this for a second. Let me show you the detail on these, because at a distance, you might be like, okay, I love this concept, but you're going to fall in love with this when I show you the details. So look, I'm going to start with the angel, the biggest piece, because she's gorgeous. All right. And I love how her wings are like coming around, like embracing, right? And protection and comfort. You might just want to leave this angel out all year round. But look how beautiful she is. So let me just show you the back first, okay? Look how they did the sculpt of her wings. It's very dimensional. Can you even see how beautiful that is? And then as I bring this around, look how they did. Okay, there's her face, very peaceful face, praying hands, the same detail on the inside of her wings. And then look at that relief work that they did on the inside. And when you get in close, you can see it's a beautiful sort of winter carved poinsettia. But you have the poinsettias and there's some pine cones in there. Look at the textures. They accented some of it with a little bit of shimmer. They accented some of it with red, just a little pop of the red. Okay, so that little poinsettia inset is, and even around the top of her, can you see around her collar there? It's a little touch of like gold foil. So beautiful. So just the angel, beautiful. But then this little pattern here is kind of the through line to all of the other pieces. So here is Joseph. And again, you can see, looks like it's carved out of wood, the way they've done the striations there. I love the detail there again of that same sort of poinsettia center. And there you can see, and he's holding a lantern, and he has the gold around his neckline from his robe. And then Sweet Mary, how beautiful she looks with the gold. And then again, that beautiful detail of the poinsettias. And this nesting nativity, by the way, was normally $59. And so now with the 10% off with the flash sale, you are at $53.10. And then here is, let me hold it. It's on a nice flat base. There's the baby. And you can just see they kept that very pure. All right. So all 4 pieces nested, but if you want to sort of separate them a little bit to create more of a scene, you absolutely can do that. And I do want you to know, shoot. All right. I'm going to be on the move here. One thing that might fill out that look for you. Okay, give me a second. It's really comical how much stuff I have around me. It could, I'm afraid to show it to you because there could be a producer watching who might then call me and say, you would be great on the show Hoarders. I mean, it's like crazy town here. All right, so let me just move these things out of the way. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab something, but you'll be glad I did. Okay, don't go away. I didn't hear anything crash. That's a good thing. Okay. Oh, good. And while I'm here, I'm going to grab flameless candles for you too. Okay. All right, I'm coming. Don't go away, everybody. I'm still here. Ooh, almost had a break, but we didn't. Okay. All right. I grabbed those flameless candles too. But where I'm going to put them, I don't know. Okay. Okay. There is a method to my madness. Madness is the key word. All right. Also part of this poinsettia collection were these trees. And while I know trees like this weren't necessarily part of Bethlehem and the story of the baby Jesus, if you wanted to create a little bit more of a scene, they do match. And it could look like that. So I love being able to show you sort of our process when we bring things in. We don't always buy full collections. I can tell you this sort of raised poinsettia collection, I brought in every piece. We debuted them last year. Some of you might have some of those pieces. And then when I saw the nativity this year, I was like, we have to do it. So those trees are the perfect complement to this. And remember, you're going to get it all 10% off because that's part of our flash sale. So definitely I would do that if I were you. I think you'll be glad that you did. All right, let's put those down. And we will move on to the next thing. How's everybody? Feeling good, everybody? Thank you for your comments. Thanks, Carol. Oh, and you have the matching deer. Oh, the deer are beautiful. This was a beautiful group, a beautiful, beautiful group. And you know, frankly, now that I'm just looking at it, if you're like, I like the idea of the trees, but I don't want it to match, can I just say, these trees, these are those whitewashed ones again that we showed you earlier. They have the same color tones as the sort of washed look of the poinsettia. So I think, so now that I'm saying this, I have to show it to you, right? I'm going to do it for myself too. Let's just do the angel, and then you know how the rest is going to work. But, you know, here's these trees too. If you wanted that for a little bit different look. Okay, well, while I'm here, let's just do the whole thing. Let's put Joseph over there, tree back here. There's Mary. There's the baby. So just another option. Pretty nice. And there's one more tree, but at this point, I have no idea where it is. It could be right in front of me. I wouldn't know. But this, oh, and it is. There's one more tree that comes with this. So obviously you'd need a plate or something that fits all of them. But I think those trees look really nice with that too, don't you? So you could either do a matched set. Some of you love that. Others of you don't. But you want trees. These are the trees I would put with this for sure. Okay? All right. I'm glad I saw that. Okay. What can I do next? I think I would like to show you the picks because we have gobs of them. And I think that is going to be one of those things where you're going to swoop on them. Oh, and I have to show you these new beaded garlands too. And our snowflake lanterns, which are on sale. And I think those are they're on a sale price and you get money off. Okay. Lynn was saying you need camels to go with the nativity scene. That would be adorable. That would be really nice. Okay. And the set of three whitewash trees, those are normally $59. They would be on sale for $53.10. Okay. And remember, your shipping and handling is included. So whether you buy one thing or 87 things, no shipping and handling. Let me just tell you, we are down to our final quantities on our flameless candle lantern. So many of you have loved this. This is another great buy. So great price point on this, plus you're getting the 10% off. The flameless candles are all built in there. You can't open this in any way, just letting you know. It is on a timer. So if you want this in the middle of your dining room table, if you want this in your entryway when people walk into your home, it's really more of a winter look, I think, than a Christmas look. There's a little bit of greenery in there with the red berries, and then you have the 3 sort of mini taper candles in there. But that's another one of our items that is 10% off as part of our flash sale. Okay, let's talk picks, because there's a few here that you haven't seen. Some of you will remember that last year I brought in a beautiful, like, frozen orchid stem, and we paired it with a frozen branch, and it was just magnificent. I just loved the way that came together, and many of you did too. So when we went back to our friend Rich at Regency this year, we were on the lookout for something like that to compare, and he didn't have just one, he had 2. Of course he did. So what we did this year is decided to give you a choice. So it's not necessarily a stem with multiple flowers. It's a beautiful pearl, gem, sparkle, velvet encrusted choice of the magnolia. It's white, or, and again, play with these, all right? They all are wired. You can separate them. They will be smushed together when you get it at home. So just take a second and, bend it a little bit, give it some life. Or this white poinsettia, okay? It's not just the flower. What we paired it with is this gorgeous frozen frosty branch. And so when you put the 2 of them together, look at that, in a vase, it's just fabulous. Or maybe do 2, but on each end, and then do greenery in the middle. Look at that. That is so pretty. Could you put these in with other, just like our Norfolk pine sprays? I know we're sold out of them, but if you got them, yes, put the Norfolk pine in there. If you wanted to put this with more pine cones, where did I put that grouping of the pine cones? They're somewhere. Oh, maybe they're over here. Oh, yes, they are. Here, we have these too. So if you wanted to add some pine cones in there, and these are all tied together, so you can separate them if you want. Since these are tied together here, I'm just going to try to break them up. But I would kind of layer like the frosty branches and then the pine cone, and then you have just like this beautiful flower in there. It'd be so pretty. And if you want to add some greenery, you can. But it's just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful detail of just this single, like, frozen, glamorous bloom. And I love the pearl. I love the sparkle on the edges. I love how it plays off of this frozen branch. It was funny because when Bernadette and I were looking at this, we were walking around their showroom. Like, there I was, like, walking around like March of the Flowers, trying to find something to put this with. And finally I was like, what was the frozen branch we used last year? And we went and found it. And I was like, why are we reinventing the wheel? They look so gorgeous. And yes, perfect for all winter. And if you did 2 of them, amazing. But I also think you would have a lot of fun with these pine cone choices. And remember, these are all 10% off. So the thing I would do with these, if you're going to mix them in here, then I think I would untie these and use the individual stems. If you're just going to use these by themselves, then keep them tied together. It just makes them easier to work with because they're already in the perfect bunch. But if you're going to separate them with these, I think I would tell you to untie them so that you have a little bit more play in how you can kind of spread them out. But isn't that pretty? I just think that's like, I don't know, like winter glamour. And so that's the magnolia. And then let me show you the poinsettia again because it's so pretty. Look at that bloom. Oh, and again, you can separate, spread out the petals, and look how pretty that is. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And I mean, you know, listen, if you wanted to, you can play. There's no reason. Okay, we need to add a little bit more to the mix. Okay, so now there's your greenery. So let's do that. Let's take the pine cones out. Again, love these pine cones. They're great. Kylie can put the information for you in those. Again, they're all 10% off. Here's these, but now like maybe you have these. So why not add some of that greenery? And that's a set of 2. So you could do a couple of things. You could either do just one greenery. Here, this is how I would do it. Layer. This in the back, put this in front of it or kind of to the side, right? It's kind of nice to have them angled a little bit. And then put your flower in there. Okay. Oh, so beautiful. Now, with this set, you get 2 of them. And they're so big and full. Maybe you buy 1 set of the poinsettia, 1 set of the magnolia, and 1 set of these, because since you get 2 of these, you'll be able to put 1 of these with this, and you'll be able to put 1 of these with that. Isn't that pretty? I just love, love, love. All right. So with the 10% off, I mean, again, I know they're investments, but you know, if you love this look, I would put this out every single year for the rest of my life. I think in my dining room, in my entryway, I might change it up from year to year with, you know, maybe I put a gold ribbon around it, you know, but once you find the right vessel that you want, like a nice vase of some kind, or again, if you want to lay this flat and make this really dramatic with your traditional greenery and have it on each end or put it in angled on the sides of that beautiful garland, you're going to love these. It's hard for me to express how beautiful and versatile they are in person because there's only so much I can show you here through the screen. But I think when you get them at home, you're going to love them. All right. So that's, again, choice of poinsettia or magnolia. It comes with the frozen branch. And then if you want these beautiful set of 2 frosted pine cone, and white berry picks, they're available as well. Those are good ones. If you just wanted those are good ones. If you like that flocked look. And those are nice to put, if you wanted to add something, then you get the pine cones, right? And now you fill that out a little bit more. Works great. Or you get the little baby pine cones and you can kind of nestle those in too. All right. So those are your options there. Something else that's brand new. I love this so much. So do you guys like the beaded garland look? Aren't these cute? So what we did here was, again, I put this together. So this isn't something that you would find in stores. You'd have to, you know, you'd find this one and then you'd have to go find the right beads, or you'd find the beads and then you'd have to find something to go with it. I put it together for you. So I love this. And if you picked up the Norfolk pine garland, which I'm sitting on actually, it's right here on. Okay. Yes, we have these. We have a few of these left. 10% off, everybody. Get yours while you can. They're so good. But if you wanted to take this Norfolk pine garland and then add some things to it, these are great with it. So you get 1 strand of these kind of jute wrapped beads that alternate with the natural wood beads. And then with that, we put a strand of the natural beads. All right, so you get one strand of the natural beads and you get one strand of the bigger jute beads. And you can have these hang down from your mantle. You can wrap these around your Christmas tree. Obviously, if you're doing a flocked tree, a more natural look, you don't do traditional reds and greens. You want to, do more of this kind of farmhouse thing. This is perfect for that. You can wrap these around a vase. You could use them as a little tie on a vase, which looks really cute. You can just run this down a table. Just this whole idea of these beads, but the combination of the two, I love the texture, I love the yarn look, and then I love how we took the natural bead and then gave you a whole nother strand of the natural beads, okay? So the original price on these is $39, and with the 10% off, $35.10, and that includes your shipping and handling, all right? And again, if you put it with the Norfolk pine garland, that is such a cute look together. I think you'll be really happy with that. And then if you do like the idea of these garlands, the beaded garlands, we also did do a strand, just a set of 2 of these red and green wood bead garlands. And they're so pretty to throw into your tree, everybody. Like, they just add something that's gorgeous. So if I were you, I would buy 2 sets of these, because then you'll have plenty of room to wrap and drape around and you'll really enjoy them. But they're also pretty if you're, doing your, again, you could use it with your garland here. I'm trying to hold this in a way so you can see it. If you nestle the beads with the garland, you can see, how pretty that could look. Then maybe some of your red candles or anything else that you might have that ties that red and green together. So if you like a more traditional look, even if you wanted to do something with our cute, peppermint collection, look how that looks. This is one of those flat houses. It is jewelry for your greenery, Jane. You're absolutely right. Look how pretty that looks with our flat little peppermint house. And look how great that peppermint house looks too with your peppermint soldier. So some really, really great things here, I think, for you to mix and match together. All right, how's everybody doing? We doing good? We're doing good? All right. Is there anything I need to show you? I'm going to just hold up a few more pics, if you don't mind. I want to show you our Christmas tree flameless candles, and then I'm going to hold up the snowflake lanterns, and then I think I might call it a night. But if there's something that you've really been wanting to see, let me just do this. I just grabbed one of these, but we have a whole assortment of these glitter lanterns over at Just Jill Shop, and they're all 10% off. And some of them are actually on sale, and you get 10% off the sale price. They are so pretty. Some of the ones that we have are musical. Some of the ones that we have are on timers. Others come with an easy plug-in, so you don't have to burn batteries if you don't want to. You can put it on batteries. This was our new one with the cardinals for the season. I love the shape of this lantern. It's not really big and thick and bulky. I love that it had 2 red cardinals on that snowy birch tree. There's a little couple of bird houses in there as well. And I love how the Kylie just sent me a message. I'll have to look at it, Kylie. I didn't see what you said. I love how the glitter picks up light, right? So we have our kind of studio lights here, but even in the light in your dining room or your hallway, it just reflects beautifully. So let me just see what she was sending me a message about here real quick. Sorry, everybody. I don't know where that is, Kylie, but thank you for bringing that to my attention. It might be somewhere, but I don't know where. All right, so here, again, we have multiples of these. So we have this one with the cardinals. We have one that has a beautiful Christmas tree that's musical. We have one with a Santa. We have one that looks like a phone booth with a snowman on the inside. So I think these are so pretty. They give you the light. They give you the sparkle. They give you a scene without having decor pieces. Just in this one item, you have a lot to decorate with. And if you don't have a lot of room, that's why I think so many people love the glitter lanterns, because You've got like figures, you've got glitter, you've got light, you've got lantern, all in one piece. So definitely check out our beautiful assortment of those. And also to that end, another collection I love, and these are also, I think, on sale right now with the extra 10% off. These are our light ups. And if you love vintage, how can you resist that Santa? I'm sorry. It's one of the cutest Santas we've done at Just Jill, and we're going on 5 years of doing this. He is so cute. I love him. I love how jolly he is. What a sweet face he has. I love that these are cut out to the figure. Again, they don't take up a lot of room. The light box is on a timer. So by day, you have this cute little Santa figure, and at night, it lights up. And you have this pretty glow, and it's on a timer. We have these in multiple choices. Here is the snowman. They're on a red base. Look how cute he is. Look at the detail. Look at the holly on the hat and the candy cane in the hand and the cute little scarf and the buttons down the front and the little bird down below. So cute. And then we also have, things are falling. I feel like this one, oh, there's a film on this. Kylie, I probably shouldn't peel off the film. There's this one, when you get yours, you'll peel off this film and then it's totally clear, okay? But I just want you to see the detail. Isn't it adorable? Look at that cute little vintage reindeer. That just reminds me of my childhood. Does it you too? So all of them do. I think that's why I'm a little crazy about them. And then we also have like this cute guy. They're just adorable. I love these. I love these so much. If you don't have one, I'm telling you, you're missing out because they're easy to decorate with. They fill in little spots. They don't take up a lot of room. So even if you wanted something that lights up in your kitchen, maybe you don't want to do a night light, doing something like this, and with the timer, they're great. This comes in a snowman or a Santa choice. There's a beautiful cardinal one over on the site too. So definitely check those out. And then let me just go through real quickly. I'm going to kind of just quickly show you some more picks and florals that we have. This is our other elegant floral bunch that we did for you. I fell in love with these gorgeous cranberry red hydrangeas. They have a little bit of shimmer on them. You'll get 2 of them. And then along with that, you'll get this beautiful cluster of these frosted red glitter berries. So again, just to give you that beautiful kind of, red holiday look for your entryway. If you want to add greenery to this, this would be beautiful with our Norfolk pine stems. This would be beautiful with, any other sort of greenery stems that you have, or just the red by itself, I think makes a beautiful statement. So you get all 3 of those pieces. And if you don't want to use them together, you don't have to. I mean, if you wanted to, take these and, stick them in your Christmas tree and have some beautiful pops of these gorgeous red hydrangeas, you absolutely could do that. This berry stem, I think you're going to love. It's really, really pretty. All right, so that's one more little kind of elevated collection. These picks, you love these. We have a set of 2 in silver, in gold, we have them in red, and we have them in this green. And the beauty of these is you can do a lot of things with them. You could do mini swag. So if you put them end to end like this, right, then it becomes like a little mini swag or a mini garland, because you do this and you take, some flameless candles and put it in the center, and now you have a nice little centerpiece. These can be used in a vase just like this. So it fills out a vase, it gives you some height and ties in some of the colors or metallics that you're working with. If you're needing to fill in your Christmas tree, these are what also give that very designer look. So it has things that cascade out of the tree. So you put these in different places, just kind of nestle them in there. And now they're going to give you lots of length and texture and extension. You would probably have to buy a couple sets of these to make it work in your tree. Don't just stick 2 of them in there, then it'll look weird. I think you need probably at least 4, maybe 6. So you might need 3 sets if you wanted to use them inside of a tree. But if you just are looking for something to sort of, again, frame around some of your decor, to put a little centerpiece or vignette together. We have them in gold, we have them in silver, we have them in the green, and I do have them in red. I don't know where the red one is that I had grabbed. And the red, by the way, matches these red trees. So again, you can kind of tie that whole look together if you would like to. And then here are some of our candle rings. We have lots of candle rings for your flameless candles. So whether you're looking for candle rings, napkin rings, or even you can use those napkin rings with your taper candles. But I love these little candle rings because so many of you have our hurricane flameless candles. And just like that, what's been sitting out like this in your home now does this, and it looks right at home for your holidays. So these are great. You can also use these as mini wreaths on windows. You can use them, on the back of your chairs for your holiday tables. You can use these on little mirrors. There's so many different ways you can use these. So they're definitely a nice investment. And this one has the metallic red, the metallic green, has some gold, and works back to really all of those picks that I was just showing you. So the greens are the same. It's from the same vendor. Red's the same, gold's the same. And you get two of them. All right. Okay, that was a lot, everybody. One last thing I'll show you before we go, because this is one of my favorite items and ties back beautifully to these trees, ties back to the cloche, ties back and look to these, ties back and look to the new beaded garland that I showed you. You're actually going to get two of these. So you get one large snowflake lantern and one small, but it's not really small, right? You get both of these. You put your own flameless candles inside of them, or any other decor that you want. It's a whitewashed wood. It has these beautiful white snowflakes. I love the beaded detail. They stand by themselves. They have the little oil rub bronze handle on the top. We sold out of these last year. We brought them back this year. We don't have many left. I can tell you this is another item that I am going to be buying for my own home. I love them so much. And you can put any of your flameless candles in here. Let me find the door side. There is a little door with a little latch. See it? But even if you wanted to put, like this is one of our taller candles, and put that on the inside, it just looks so pretty with the glow. And you kind of see it from different angles. Love, love, love these. Definitely check those out because I think that those are on sale and then you get 10% off the sale price. So that's a really nice offer. So you get the set of two of those and you can get all the information over at Just Jill Shop. And then here are, because I told you I wanted to show them to you, these are our beautiful taper candles that look like trees. And they're flameless and they're on a timer. And you have them in this really pretty brushed champagne gold. And we have them for you in ivory. You turn them on by pushing the button on the bottom. And then beautiful classic green. Aren't they pretty? And I love them because if you were to buy a regular candle that looked like this, you'd get to use them one time because it would burn all the way down and bye-bye money. The nice thing here is you still get that beautiful, I love our flickering flame, and then you get this beautiful detail of real wax for the tapers. So check those out as well because those are also 10% off with our flash sale. All right, the flash sale ends end of day Monday, everybody. So if there are things that you've been eyeing, please make sure you add those to your cart and check out. I'd hate for you to miss out. I want you to save the money. I want you to get a good deal and hope that you've had fun shopping. So that was a whirlwind tonight. Certainly, there's much more to check out over at justjillshop.com. I think that we have like 164 items in that flash sale section. Wow. It's a lot to choose from. So have fun shopping. I can't wait to see how you're going to use these beautiful items in your home this season. And then keep checking back to social media at Just Jill Bauer. I'll let you know when we're going to do another live stream this week. I'm thinking if we can pull it off, we'll try to do it on Thursday. I have to go out of town Wednesday, so possibly Thursday. And Trevor comes home Friday for Thanksgiving break. So I want to be ready for that. But I'm thinking maybe we might be able to do it Thursday after Kylie and I go see the Wicked movies. So, all right. So just kind of pencil that in and I'll confirm on social media as soon as I can. Hope that you love these and loved everything. Um, Susie was asking, would these look good in the bow candlesticks? The only thing with the bow candlesticks, Susie, is that those have a little bit of a scalloped top to them where you fit the taper. And because, I'm just going to hold this up, because you have the base of the tree, they don't sit flush. Your better option for those bows is our regular clean wax taper. I think you'll be happier with the way it sits down in that candlestick. All right. And I'm sorry, Lynn, we have the Santa and Snowman with the cocoa somewhere down here. But again, Kylie usually manages this and she's not here. And I wouldn't have the faintest idea of where to look. I literally, whatever was sitting out that she had styled for photos is what I grabbed and put on my table tonight. So I'm sorry I didn't have that to show you, but it's a beautiful item. That's another one of Bernadette's favorites, if that tells you anything. And that's from our friends at Roman, and their artists do a beautiful job. It's all resin, really, really nice detail. Kylie, you don't have any idea where that would be, do you? Let me see if she texted me. I'll just check real quick. No, I don't. Unless Kylie can tell me really quick where that might be, Lynn, I wouldn't know where to show you. Maybe next to you in one of the shelves. No. No. Under the table. Next to the tree. Under the table. No, that's the snowman. What's this? I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know. Okay, now Kylie's calling me. All right, hang on just a second. Let's see here. Hi, Kylie.
Hi.
I'm putting you on speaker.
Hello. I'm sorry I couldn't be there.
So where might I find the Santa and Snowman drinking cocoa?
If I remember correctly, I haven't handled it in a little bit. It might be to your left.
Yes.
You know how that table has several tiers?
Yes.
It might be in one of those boxes. I think it might be on the first or second shelf.
Okay, just for Lynn, I'm going to go look. All right. If this doesn't work, Lynn, I'm not going to search the whole basement, but I am going to go see if I can find it really quick. So stay here, everybody. Don't leave me. How am I going to get out of here? Okay. All right. Please don't let me break anything. Okay, here we go. I'm looking for Santa and the Snowman drinking cocoa. Could they be here? I found gold birds. Nope, I found boxes. I found glitter trees. I found another glitter lantern. Ooh, I did find some nutcrackers, everybody. I don't see it. I'm doing one quick walk for you, Lynn. Just looking across boxes quickly. Do I see them? Do I see them? I don't think I can find them. All right, Lynn, I'm so sorry, but I promise you, Lynn, that if you tune into our Facebook Live later this week, I will have them for you. Okay, now how do I step back in here? I'm really trying to be graceful here. It's not easy. Oh, by the way, these are our cute throws. Isn't that cute? Okay. Lynn said, I'm thinking they're drinking Irish coffee. Okay, I love it. I just wanted to show you our cute nutcrackers too, because these are one of the items that are a little more expensive. So I think with that 10% off, that's really helpful. And I think if you're somebody who collects or loves that Mackenzie Childs look and wants to do it for less, these are magnificent. The detail and quality on these is beautiful. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to call it a wrap because it's 8:20. Doug's at the Eagles game, and I'm going to go watch and try to work on that pumpkin cheesecake. So thank you all so much for being here. Happy flash sale shopping. And remember, the sale ends end of day Monday. So go find the items you love. Go take that discount. It'll all apply at checkout. So when you put everything in your cart and check out, that's where you'll see the 10% off. Okay. Appreciate you. And stay tuned. We'll let you know when else we'll be here this week to kind of do our grand finale of Holiday Decor. Have a good night, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.